Right, good afternoon, all. I'm joined this week by Frank, and Jason is back as a guest type. We tried to get a player in this week. It was a little bit short notice. I've been away from Friday to Tuesday, as you might hear by my voice. I can't really speak, but no, I think we're going to get a player back on next week. But we thought we'd have a chat through just the three of us and yeah, speak about Saturday. How are we doing, boys?
Yeah, all good, mate. All good. You?
Very well, mate.
Not bad. Yeah, good. Right. Obviously, I wasn't there Saturday. I watched a bit on the VO, but somehow in Prague they also had the West Ham Arsenal game on. So when the scores were going, not so much in our case, and we were still beating Arsenal 1-0.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
must admit, I was watching a little bit more of that.
Yeah, that was a much better game, to be fair.
Yeah. Right.
Um,
Crack on Saturday. So obviously,
yeah,
we started well.
um,
Went 1-0 up early doors.
yeah.
Very good goal, to
Oh,
be fair.
yeah, it was good. They probably had. I mean, I tweeted after the game. I think it was a case of a lot more mature players, older, more experienced. To be honest, it was a big loss, but I didn't walk away from that game massively disappointed. I think they they're a better team, but they're more experienced. They've probably got three or four players that I would assume have played at a high level because they was really good, and that's nothing against them. They was really good, and our boys, I think at times perhaps struggled with the physicality a little bit.
Yeah.
They had some real like cunning old players who knew all the tricks, pushing, but and that's part of the game. That's what the young lads on our team have got to learn. But I think there was periods of the game where I thought we'd done all right. Thought probably the second half of the second half, I
Yeah.
thought we was probably the better team. Probably they tired. They probably got a little bit tired. I think we're fitter.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think overall, like we've lost a lot of games, and that were one where I walked away totally pissed off. I thought there was a few positives. I spoke to Cobo Senior after the game. And he said, like, he never gave him a bollocking. Like, he took him in there and just tried to teach him what to learn from the game. And there was some good periods. Don't know about you, Frank.
Completely agree, mate. Yeah, I say I think they're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna win the league. Funnily enough, I think Kings Park will do it. But I agree with your dad, mate. I think they are the best team we've played. I feel home and away.
Yeah.
We just couldn't really get near them. Like Kings Park in both games. Well, not really the home game, but the away game. Definitely, we gave them a game. But these lads, they are very good. The front four, the Rocha, the blonde kid, two wingers. The two wingers are funny because like they were the same as the away game. They look a little bit out of shape. They both look like they're getting on, but they've just got it up there. They've definitely played at a higher level, and they're obviously coming down now. So they're obviously physically they're not as quick as they used to be, but they've just got it in their head. But I still felt first half we scored early. We were still in it. They outclassed us at the end of the first half, and then we kind of threw it away, didn't we? At the start of the second, I think we went in at 2-1 down, and I think by 50 minutes, I think we were 4-1 down. So we kind of made it hard for ourselves. But like you say, like Kovo Senior said, it was a little bit of experience, a little bit of cunning, and just staying switched on. And I agree with you. That loss was. I didn't feel majorly hurt by it. You know what I mean? I thought we're all right. We're still doing all right. We're where we should be at this level, at this stage. So yeah, I think
Yeah.
we'll be all right still.
I think you look at our team, and it's only really Harry Daly out of the whole squad who's played at a much higher level. So we're
Hmm.
we're lacking in experience. But them young lads, I think this will do them the world. I think them sort of games will do them the world of good. To be
Yeah,
honest, it's a shame we haven't got a player on here because that's what I would have said. Like you've got to take, you can
yeah,
learn more from them games than we probably can from some of the wins where we probably didn't play too well either.
yeah,
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 definitely. No, and just to mirror you boys, obviously I wasn't there myself, and I watched a bit of it on the VO, as I said. But even going into the game, I thought to myself, if they bring a similar team to what they had last time, I know it's going to be tough because they pose a different threat to anyone else we've faced.
Yeah,
Obviously, Kings Park are good. We know they're good. That's why they're top of the league. But Creston are good. But Brightlingsea were that cream at the top, I thought. And especially, Frank, you said those two wide guys. on the wings. It's some of the touches they were bringing out away from home and Saturday as well. That they've played at a high level, winning fouls that unless they put their leg out, they're not going to win. It's nous. And that's what you get with experience. And we're only going to gain more experience. The boys we've got, as you said, Jace, we've got people that are over 25. We've got Daly, we've got Tom in goal, we've got Harry Prince and Salter, really.
Yeah, and again,
And
Harry Prince was missing.
Exactly.
I'm not saying we would have won the game if he played, but he makes a difference. He knows he's mature in there. You know, he knows what to do.
He's got more experience.
He'll win them fouls, and he'll get stuck in when he needs to get stuck in, and he'll pull out when he needs to pull out, and it's them little things. But I thought overall it weren't that bad, to be honest. It worked like a disaster.
I thought there was a bit of frustration in our play as well, like you say, where they are a little bit cunning and they kind of knew what to say to the ref and you think saying that. The referee didn't change the game. We deserved to lose, but I just thought like we lost our heads a little bit in certain moments, you know what I mean? We got a little bit frustrated and then, you switch off and you're trying to go in for a tackle. Maybe you shouldn't go in you should just stand off and not let them turn, if you know what I mean. But the frustration was building. I think the boys knew that they were sort of a bit outmatched in that game and they getting a bit frustrated, maybe going in, putting effort in where they maybe should have just stood off and not got beat, But it's all learning. And listen, the only positives from that one for me personally.
Yeah, I think the subs made a bit of a difference as well. I think obviously it'd be nice to see when Ross is fully fit.
Yeah,
because I think he really does make a difference. I think he stretches them defenders. A lot of them defenders in this division, and I don't mean no disrespect, are not the fittest. So if you've got someone who can just run, I think it kills them. And actually, I think Purdy, he come on and really put himself about. I don't want to speak out of turn, but from what I understand, he can't really always play full 90 minutes. I think he's got problems with his legs, etc. But that little spell he had when he come on, I thought he'd done well. And again, it was a physicality. I really do feel they outmatched us physically. That was a big problem.
Yeah, no, definitely. And as I said, we can only look at the positives. And we'll learn from it, definitely.
Yeah. And I think it's not to see we've got a lot of competition. I think if Harry, especially in the midfield areas, if Harry Prince comes back, obviously Ross might come in. Then managers have got to try and fit all them players in. They're not going to be able to, so they've got some big decisions to make, which is good, which is what we want.
Exactly. It's a nice problem to have compared to the start of the season. Obviously, there was also the quiz night on Friday. As I said, I was away. I flew away Friday morning, so I couldn't make it. But did you boys go?
I wasn't there, mate. I wasn't there, but Jace was, I think.
Yeah, I did. Really good night. Dave, the legend that is Dave Fenn, done the quiz. So probably best to give him a bit of a shout out. What a bloke, I don't know how old he is, but it's fair to say he's a fair bit older than most of us. He, getting the bus to and from games, doing that. He wrote everything by hand. It was just the effort he must have put in for that quiz night. Unbelievable. So a big shout out to him. And it was good to see quite a good turnout. Two of the players come, so Marty and Bobby. I won't let anyone know where they came in the quiz because I think it's pretty obvious. Owen was there, and Ross as well. So it was good to see a big turnout and real good event.
Definitely, good stuff. And then on to this week, obviously we've got White Notley at home. Weather pending, obviously. We've had a bit of rain here today, but fingers crossed it'll be fine to hold up. And we played them early on in the season. It was a bit of a milestone win, I felt like. We beat Barnston, obviously, was our first win, but I felt like White Notley was the first game that I went to, not expecting, but hopeful and wouldn't be surprised if we won, sort of thing.
I think I completely agree. I think it was the win that made me feel right. We belong here now. You know what I mean? Like the Barnston one was sort of our first, but again, that was a tight, and it was crazy. But that was the one where I thought, and we actually didn't play massively well. Like we wasn't much better than them, but a couple of great goals from Greavesy. But it was the moment where I thought, do you know what? I think we're turning a corner now. I think we know the level, we know the league, and I actually think we're going to pick up points from here on out. And to be fair to the boys, they have done. And I think it's a bit of a different pressure for the boys this weekend because we've sort of not had low expectations of them, but where we had such a poor start, every win has been a bonus. I think this is the first game really where I'm not being funny, lads. I'm expecting a win. So, how do the players deal with that? You know what I mean? There is a little bit of pressure on their shoulders. These boys have been getting, like White Notley, have been getting a bit of a pasting over the last couple of weeks. Again, it's non-league. So Tiptree were getting pastings at the start of the season, and now they look like world beaters. So you never quite know who's going to turn up and are they a different team. But yeah, we need 3 points, lads, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with what Frank says. I think that win. That was a real good day and a real nice club to go to as well. I think that was like lovely pitch, lovely little clubhouse, real nice people. Both teams were probably, I'd say, quite even across the game.
Yeah.
The first half, I think we was pretty poor. Second half, they was pretty poor. It was a game of 2 halves. We got the goals. Greavy's won the goals, as you say. And obviously the shame that was his last ever game for the club. But yeah, I think what Frank says is true. It is probably the first game in a while where in the league where I'm fully expecting us to win. Anything other than a win will be disappointing. I think we've earned the right to say that now.
Yeah, definitely. And just to echo you there, Jason, when we went there before, there was, as you say, lovely people, and we stayed in the clubhouse for a little bit afterwards. It was they just seemed like good people. And obviously that was, as you say, Greaves' last game. He's got a wonder goal. And I'm pretty sure that'll be up there with goal of the season with Tommy's one away at the full. But no, it was a good day to remember. And it was even better picture of you behind the goal, wasn't it, Jason?
Yeah, that was a good picture, that one. I was just, to be honest, because like you say, we hadn't been expecting much from the team. Like,
no.
I was in utter shock in not only the quality of the goal, but even that we scored a goal. Like that is where we were at that point, But it was a shame. Obviously, that game sort of tilted off a little bit at the end because Greavesy said he wasn't coming back. And but anyway, you're still registered. If Greavesy's listening, you're still registered, mate. You can always pop back.
I see
Greavesy. Little wonder goal this weekend if you'd like.
I see Greavesy after the Brightlingsea game nipping in, so I'm starting to think he's having a little sniff around. Maybe, or he ain't got to do quite as much chasing now. We've got a bit of the ball. We might get a return. You never know.
Yeah, no, it's it was a sad day, but no, it was a good one. And even Covo Junior came off the bench that day. I thought he played right.
He did play right. I remember. I remember him taking his warm-up top off, and I think I did shout out a comment like, "Put that top back on," or something like that, like joking. Yeah. And he looked over and laughed, and then he did get on, and I did have to apologise because he done all right.
Yeah. No,
I'm not convinced he had too many other good games, but that game he done all right. He done all right in that game.
No, definitely. And I think Princey's back this week. Yes, as far as I'm aware. So obviously that's another decision for the managers to make. I don't want to speak out of turn, it's not my job, but I would assume he goes straight back in. Because if you're dropping your top goal scorer, I think there's something needs to be reviewed. But no, he should be back in. And then I don't think we've got any major outages as far as I'm aware. Obviously, come back yesterday, so I'm a little bit in the blue still. I haven't spoken to about much.
I'm pretty sure we've got no one out, barring injuries or whatever that I'm not aware of. We're pretty good. Hopefully the game gets on. I think, was this game cancelled before? I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's raining today quite heavily. We've got a couple of days now where it's not supposed to rain, but who knows? Fingers crossed. You need to find a new facilities manager, I think.
He's not up to it, is he, Frank?
Yeah.
No,
You know,
no.
get out there with the hairdryer, mate. Dry it out for us.
Yeah.
Hairdryer, how many do you need?
Yeah, hopefully it all goes well. Hopefully we get it
Yeah.
off.
You can't change Mother Nature, Chase. Don't blame yourself.
No.
Mate, that's it.
100%. Right. Has anyone else got anything to say?
I just want
No,
to say
go on, mate.
one quick, sorry, mate. How Ray did turning up for the game. You know, he's been through a lot lately, and I thought
Yeah.
that was brilliant that made himself available and he put in a very, very good performance against a really tough front line. So well done,
Yeah.
Ray. And it's
And
lovely to see
again,
you wanting to put a shirt on, mate.
to be honest, going back to what I said about the midfield, I think centre back, we're at quite a comfortable position as well. We've got some real good options. I think it's hard to pick two from probably the 4 or 5 we've got at the minute, and you're leaving players out that probably don't deserve to be left out, and that's what you want. That's what you need. You need to make them harsh decisions. So
Yeah.
Sounds good. Perfect.
Cool.
Oh, good, lad.
On to Saturday. Get yourself down if you can. Obviously, if there is any problems with the weather or anything like that, with it not going ahead, we'll keep people updated on Slack and on the socials. But yeah, fingers crossed it goes ahead, and we'll get as many down as we can Saturday, and hopefully do the double over them.
Let's have it.
Let's get another picture.
Yeah, sounds good. Brilliant. Cheers, boys.
Cheers, lads. Take
Cheers,
care.
lads. See you later.